Hello and welcome to Trading with Rob. I am Rob and this is my daily markup for the DAX 40 on Monday the 27th of April 2025 on the 5-minute chart. Overall today we had a small gap up about 49 points, which was followed by a good opening bull bar, a pullback almost closing the gap up, followed by a spike and channel bull trend, and a bear reversal at the resistance of yesterday's high, which led to a bear trend going into the close of day. We have the yesterday's high in yellow, solid yellow, yesterday's open in solid green, open of today in dashed green, and yesterday's close in solid red, and today's close as the dashed red, as well as the 5-minute EMA as the solid blue line and the 60-minute EMA as the dashed blue line. So to open the day, we had a strong opening bull bar. It's closing near its high with a long tail below, which was testing a 50% pullback of the opening gap up. Basically, the opening gap up can be thought of as a breakout, and a pullback is testing a 50% pullback is likely to find buyers. It shows that the market is to some extent accepting the gap up and makes a strong bear trend less likely. We then can say that a measured move of the opening gap up was tested and price paused before reversing into a deep, from a small double top into a rather deep two-legged pullback, which pretty much closed the opening gap up. If this is considered as a breakout, this is a very deep pullback, much more than 50%, almost to 100%, and it's more characteristic of a trading range rather than a strong bull trend. So it may limit the upside for the day. We then had a series of consecutive bull bars, many with strong bull closes, which went on to form a 8-bar bull microchannel. This was testing the prior higher high of the day, and overall, even though it's testing up to what could be the top of a potential trading range, it is so strong that we have to expect a second leg up. So we can then use that to project a measured move target based on either the opening range or height of the failed double top, potential double top here, or to the low to the high of the strong bull microchannel. Either's fine, slightly above yesterday's high, so yesterday's high could also act as resistance. So this is a bit of a confluence of resistance here. Then had a small two-legged pullback towards the 5-minute EMA, and this is still valid even though it's not a completely perfect two-leg pullback. The pullback of the pullback goes above the prior high, and the low of the second leg down didn't go below the first leg, but despite this, close is close enough, and this is definitely close enough. Then had a series of strong bull bars, starting the second leg up, then a small pullback, and another strong leg, which broke above the top of a wedge bull channel, with trends testing towards and indeed reaching the measured move target and yesterday's high. So need to keep in mind that 75% of WIF trend breakouts do typically fail and reverse, with usually the first target or the first area of interest would be the opposite side of the channel up. But initially we have a pause here and another attempt to break above yesterday's high, and it is the fourth consecutive climax, breaking again above obvious resistance levels, so might expect it to be less successful and lead to some sort of reversal, forming a higher high. In this case, it did become a major trend reversal as a series of strong bear bars broke down towards the 5-minute EMA, closing just below the high of yesterday, and then continued on. Price continued to drift, and bulls finally gave up, leading to another strong bear bar and another strong bear leg down, forming a parabolic wedge. The third leg in the parabolic wedge was particularly strong, and as the price was vacuumed down to the support of the open of yesterday and today. But this is likely to be so strong that it needs a second leg of its own. So we can then use that to project a measured move target down based on the open to close of the strong bear leg. And then after a relatively deep pullback, testing the 5-minute EMA and 60-minute to be fair, where strong selling was found, forming this long tail above. We then had another strong leg down and a small triangle trading range, with price bouncing between the open of the day and yesterday's close before another series of consecutive strong bear bars, increasing in size, becoming more climactic as price is vacuumed down towards testing the measured move target. It's climactic and exhaustive, likely to find buyers looking and bears taking profits, leading to a small two-legged pullback going into the close. So what were the best trading opportunities for the day, in my opinion? I think first off, once we have the relatively tight bear pullback, two-leg pullback down to almost yesterday's close, start looking for buying opportunities. We then have some consecutive bear bars here. Obviously, as the leg initially buying here, you might expect a target of the prior high, but once we have such a strong series of bull bars, we're looking for a much larger breakout, projecting up to a measured move target. Then have a small two-leg pullback, forming a high one, which is an acceptable entry after such a strong bull leg up, and a continuation bar, and then also going to a high 2 after another small leg down towards the 5-minute EMA. The consecutive strong bull bars to start the second leg up are also all reasonable to buy above, using appropriate stop below the bull leg. And then again, consecutive strong bull bars, fine to buy above as long as we realise that we're getting close to the areas of resistance and might expect to take profits sooner rather than later because we're so late in the move up. Once we've bought these, I think it's difficult to buy here because we're at resistance, we're not really breaking strongly above, and it is easy to imagine that price might reverse so late in the bull channel up. Once we get a double top, it's reasonable to start looking to maybe sell below, maybe initially for a scalp. But once we've got consecutive bear bars, looking for maybe a measured move down to test maybe the bottom of this bull climax here. And you can see there was maybe a tiny pause here and a pullback, but fine to sell below this because of these large bars, expecting another leg down. And again, breaking below the 60-minute EMA. And once this leg forms, it's difficult to sell below these because they're so far away from, your stop would be so far away, your potential profit might not be enough, and we're in the third leg of a parabolic wedge down. Better to look for a continuation of the bear trend on a pullback to resistance, such as the EMA, the 5-minute EMA here. So shorting below this bar and its follow through bar, and then looking to short here as well. And in the small triangle here is reasonable. We stay always in, the market stays always in short throughout this, and again below the strong the bear bar here, breaking slightly below the triangle channel line. But once we've got this, it's difficult to short below these, I think, because we're getting very close to the end of day. So overall, this is my daily markup. If you have any questions or comments that you would like to make, then please leave them below, and I hope that you found this interesting and informative, and thanks for watching.